the ignorant yogins. It is for these many reasons that one recollects death. 9. Logical order of the 8 recollections. Question. The Dharma is the teacher of all the Buddhas of the 3 times. Why then recollect the Buddha first? What is the order of the 8 recollections? Answer. 1 to 3. Although the Dharma is the teacher of the Buddhas of the 3 times and the 10 directions, it is the Buddha who preached the Dharma because his skill is great. The king who built a ladder to facilitate the ascent of a mountain. In the Himavat there was a precious mountain at the summit of which there was a precious wish-fulfilling stone and all kinds of precious substances. People wanted to climb up there. Some, having climbed halfway, turned back. Others turned back from near the summit. There was a very virtuous king who, out of compassion for beings, had a huge ladder built. The entire population, great and small down to children of 7 years, succeeded thus in climbing the mountain and gathered the wish-fulfilling jewel and all kinds of precious substances as they pleased. It is the same for the Buddha. The precious mountain is the true nature of all dharmas of the world. The 96 kinds of heretics cannot reach it. Even Brahma Devaraha, who seeks the true nature of dharmas, cannot find it. What then could be said for other people? In his great loving kindness and great compassion, the Buddha has pity on beings. Endowed with the 6 perfections and possessing omniscience, wisdom and skillful means, he preaches the ladder of the 12 classes of texts and the 84,000 articles of the Dharma. A jo kiao chen ju. Cho li fo, mu kian lian, mo ho kia cho, and even Sramanaris of 7 years, su mo, all obtained the pure dharmas, the faculties, the powers, the factors of enlightenment and the true nature. All thought this pure nature is wondrous. All beings who receive the kindness of the Buddha obtain it. This is why recollection of the Buddha comes first. Next comes recollection of the Dharma and recollection of the Samgha. Since the Samgha is based on the word of the Buddha to explain the Dharma, it comes third. On the other hand, other men cannot explain the Dharma, whereas the Saha can. This is why it is described as a jewel. The Buddha is the jewel among men. The jewel among the 96 heretical systems is the Dharma of the Buddha. The jewel among all the communities is the Samgha. Finally, it is because of the Buddha that the Dharma appeared in the world, and it is because of the Dharma that there is a Saha. 4. The yogin wonders how to obtain the jewel of the Dharma. By including himself in the ranks of the Saha, he will avoid all misdeeds, gross or subtle of body or speech. This is why morality is listed next. 5. How does the yogin who practices these first 4 recollections differ from the 7 categories of disciples of the Buddha? Possessing morality, the yogin wants to avoid the sins of mind, namely, covetousness, malice and wrong view. A. Recollecting generosity, he destroys greed. B. Wanting the recipients of generosity to find happiness, he destroys malice. C. Thinking of merit and its fruit of retribution, he destroys wrong view. Dwelling thus in the rules of morality and of generosity, the yogin becomes established in the 10 good paths of action and escapes from the 10 bad paths of action. 6. The 10 good paths of action have 2 kinds of fruits. A. Those who practice them in a superior way are reborn among the pure gods of rupa-and arupyadhatu. B. Those who practice them in a medium way are reborn among the gods of kamdhatu. This is why the yogin recollects the deities after morality and generosity. By practicing the dhyanas and the samapattis. He has access to the deities of the two higher realms, he destroys the bad investigations, gathers only the good dharmas and concentrates his mind one-pointedly. This is why he recollects the deities. 7. Next, the yogin recollects inhalation and exhalatiojn. By recollecting the in and out breath, he is able to destroy bad investigations like the rain dampens the dust. Seeing the breath coming in and going out, he understands the dangers that menace the body. It is because of the in-breath and the out-breath that the body is maintained alive. This is why he recollects the inhalation and the exhalation. Finally, the yogin recollects death. It may happen actually that, conscious of possessing the first 7 recollections and basing himself on their virtues, the yogin becomes lazy. It is at this moment that he should recollect death, for, if the work of death is constantly present, how could he be lazy and be content with the qualities he has acquired? Thus, at the Buddha's death, Anilu said, "Conditioned dharmas are like clouds. The wise man should not be proud of them. When the thunderbolt of impermanence strikes, it destroys the king of mountains that was the holy master." This is the order of the 8 recollections. Third section, the recollections according to the Mahayana. Question. You have just set forth the 8 recollections practiced by the Sravakas. How do the 8 recollections practiced by the Bodhisattva differ? Answer. The Sravakas practice for themselves, whereas the Bodhisattvas practice for all beings. In the Sravakas, they free only from old age, sickness and death, whereas in the Bodhisattvas they perfect the qualities of omniscience. These are the differences. Furthermore, here in the Prajnaparamita Sutra, the Buddha said to Sariputra, "The Bodhisattva Mahasattva who abides in the Prajnaparamita by the method of non-abiding should fulfill the perfection of generosity and the other qualities up to the 8 recollections by basing himself on the non-existence. First there is non-abiding and then non-existence. These are the 2 seals by means of which the anusamati of the Bodhisattvas differ. For the meaning of this non-abiding and this non-existence, see what has been said above." End chapter 36.